The programming and computer science on YouTube is a very deep and informative space. There are vast majority of tutorials available about web development, AI, game development, cloud, and so on. However, in this video, I want to take a step back and show you more generalized videos that I think every programmer should watch. I think those videos will help you to look at things from a different perspective. And don't worry, I won't be spoiling videos too much, so you can enjoy them even more. Now let's get started with the first one. This video has XViews by Tom Scott. Obviously, this video got a lot of attention because it shows us something unique which we don't previously see it on YouTube. It features a code that automatically updates the title according to the amount of views that the video gets. Later on, even Mr. Beast did a similar thing, updating the video thumbnail according to the amount of money it raised. At first, making such things seems a simple thing to do, and to be honest, it actually is. However, this is not the point. Like Tom even said in his video that the code will eventually break, which it never did by the way, and people use it to get likes. Anyway, in the video he explains his overall view on application programming interfaces and automation in 4 separate parts. Each part has a unique perspective and they show us that some things are just double-edged swords. But in the end, he emphasized the fact that creating something is highly beneficial even though it may become useless in the long run. Because that is how we make progress both as individuals and as a society. And highly agree with his point of view. This is actually the reason why I create weird projects in my channel as well, such as the guitars or GitHub roulettes. Moving on, we have 2 videos that are oriented more towards the beginner level programmers, or generally for people who want to get into the computer science field. First is the Map of Computer Science by DOS Domain of Science. If you are new to the computer science, this video will give you the brief history of computers and the overall perspective on respective subfields. But that said, career programmers can also benefit from this video because we tend to more focus on our fields and sometimes miss the bigger picture. Who knows, it may be help to get some inspiration. In the end, it is very well structured video. After that, we got 3 years of computer science in 8 minutes by Devon Crawford. I specifically picked this video because I can relate it so much. It is not heavily edited and it shows the struggles in a down-to-earth manner. He basically explains the progression in programming through a student's eye perspective. And although it not explicitly says, this video really demonstrates the Dunning-Kruger effect. At first, when you learn programming with let's say Java or Python, you will have very high confidence and you will feel that you can code anything. But with more you progress, that feeling fades away. At first with C and bottoms out your confidence with assembly. But if you push through those hard times, then it clicks and you become both more competent and confident programmer, which is perfectly demonstrated in this video. Now we can move on to more detailed videos, starting off with Solid Principles explained by Uncle Bob. Since we have mentioned Robert Martin, it's gotta be good, and it is. When we talk about solid principles, we tend to talk it from an abstract point of view. Which means that when we look at principles, let's say open-closed principle, it states that objects or entities should be open for extension but closed for modification. This is generally explained with simple Java example with few classes, but still we tend to skip the actual meaning and context behind those principles, and this is where this video comes in. Uncle Bob explains them in such a way that it is almost like hearing a story. It is explained in very contextual way that I have clear understanding after that video, so I highly recommend you to give it a watch. And finally, we have one of my personal favorites, I've said best for the last, and that is The Art of Code by Dylan BT. This video is a really unique one. Many of us heard creative concepts about art and art specifically in programming. However, in this one, Dylan categorizes the art of code in 3 main parts. 1. Code to create art. 2. Code that is art. And finally 3. Performing art with code. To not spoil anything, I won't be going over on details of each one. However, when we talk about art and coding, we generally mean things like generative adversarial networks or popular spinning donut by Andy Sloan. Those are very cool things, however, performing art with code is whole another and special thing. In this video, Dylan explains it perfectly. He is a phenomenal public speaker and this is one of the reasons that I watched this 1-hour video without any breaks. Give it a go and you won't regret it. And that said, this is the end of the video and I hope you've enjoyed it. If that is the case, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to go and support the videos I've mentioned. You can find links to them in the description down below. See you next time. Take care.